Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Feather. Welcome to Get Feathered, or welcome back to Get Feathered. It is time for a Capricorn March overview. So it doesn't matter where Capricorn's at in your chart, or if you're a cross watcher. If you want it, claim it. Cool. If it resonates, awesome. Like, share, subscribe. And don't forget, if you would like to schedule with me, my website's nourishheallive.com, or you can click the title above or below the video to get the link to go get on my schedule. Or you can check out the extended that's going to be attached to this. And my super fans, I will see you over there as soon as I'm done with this. Super fans, if you would like to become a super fan, check out the link in the description. Become a super fan, get access to all of my extended readings for all my channels on YouTube, all in one place. So, Capricorns, I hope you're all doing well. I'm here. Changes. There's a change. There's a change in the wind. Something is happening. There's a change in the wind. So let's go ahead and get started on your reading. It is podcast episode 195. For those that are listening to a podcast, let's drop into the reading screen. Boom, here we are. Let's do this. There's a change happening in the wind. What's your energy for March? So it looks like maybe a little bit of a stress, but stresses look like they're going to be coming to an end in March. So you may have a lot of stuff on your mind, some sleepless nights, but it looks like it will come to an end. So what's the change? Change is happening. What's happened in the past? What's happened in the past? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio reversed. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Ace of Cups reversed. We also got Sagittarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. It looks like a Wheel of Fortune. It looks like you shut down some sort of cycle with somebody that was breadcrumbing you and not loving you. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. I've also got Libra. There was a lack of love, or you just became exhausted emotionally from the scenario, and the scenario was breadcrumbing. Yeah, there was some generosity there. There was some communication, but it was just fun. So it was like friends with benefits. Maybe you were dating somebody. I feel like this person was very logical. They were very cold and aloof and distant, and you had to shut this down. You had to shut it down. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So your anxiety is coming to an end in March because you are letting the tower fall. Okay. So in March, it's like you're not necessarily happy that the tower's falling, so this is coming to an end. Maybe remaining friends, maybe it should have only ever been friends, but it looks like a repetitive cycle with somebody and you just became exhausted because, well, if you're wanting to love somebody and they're very logical or they're very distant or cold, you got to do what's best for you. You know the situation, you know the truth in the situation, you're not avoiding it. So maybe you got divorced or separated, or it's taking accountability for the fact that this wasn't going anywhere, it wasn't growing anywhere, or it came to an end, right? You became exhausted from trying to continue working with this person, or continued to work in this, whatever. Could have been work for some of you, but most of you it's relationship. But I get a sense of still being friends or being friendly. And it could have been that for a very long, extended period of time, for years for some of you, months to years. For some of you, it was a repetitive cycle that just needed to shut down. So this could be fresh for some of you. But I do love that little hint on the end that says we're still friendly, we're still friends, or we're co-parenting. I love that. Instead of hatred and anger, we're taking accountability, we're shutting it down and leaving on friendly terms. So it looks like you're coming out of your head because you've had a lot of doubts, you've had a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental activity, a lot of confusion coming into March where so your current energies, these energies are settling down. Okay, the Tower moment's happening. Scorpio energy, Aries, and Aquarius energy, where you're not jumping for joy. Your energies are settling down. Okay, so it looks like you have really done a lot of thinking. Okay, so it was a very powerful connection, a very spiritual connection, and you're having to make a very serious. I told you this is probably fresh. Gemini energy, you're having to make a very serious decision that's going to affect more than one person. So your decision is affecting this person and maybe children that you may have or your friends and family, that kind of thing. So it's not always easy making a serious decision that you know is going to affect other people. So that might have been what was really holding you back or causing so much anxiety and stress was you didn't want to hurt somebody else. You don't want to hurt somebody else. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't, what is the best choice for us in this? So there's a Tower moment happening too at the same time. So this was a destined and fated connection that you have here. And especially if it was a twin flame or a soulmate on this level, there was a lot of lessons involved in this one. So all that stress and anxiety and worry, oh my gosh, just don't even, okay? It's really difficult and to understand sometimes some of these connections. The stronger the connection, the bigger the lessons. It usually just works out that way. So taking it to a friendly place and leaving it on friendly terms is a great thing. So you're not necessarily excited about it. There is a Tower moment happening here. I want to get another deck before I go into that. So you were trying to hold on to this. You were trying to hold back and trying to hold on to this for quite some time. You just kind of like held on as much as you could before having to make this decision. You may have held on to this and tried to work it out and tried to work on it. And that's what we do. But it's coming to a close. And I believe the Tower is the universe coming in to say, it's a self-love moment here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you've got new love coming your way, and it's going to happen suddenly, possibly in March. You may not be ready for that. Could be a Cancer. You know this person that's coming in. Okay. They may have been avoiding you. This is going to cause you some stress. Oh, shit. So this person may have ghosted you. You know who this person is. This is a self-love moment. You're loving yourself. You're getting out of this anxiety and stress. But all of a sudden, you're going to have love offered to you. And I believe you're going to avoid... It's not that you're afraid of love. It's just this person's going to come in. Some of you may know this person. Some of you may not. It may be a secret admirer or somebody the universe is going to be like, hey, here you go. Here's new love. You are hesitating. So some of you are still getting over this thing here. And as March rolls out, we'll look at this. We'll look at this right here. As March rolls out, it looks like you're going to be giving very soon, within the month, an opportunity for love, and I think you're going to avoid it. Yeah, so you're still kind of overcoming the heartbreak. You could have dealt with a third-party situation. Third parties can be persons, places, things, mindsets. So you may not be ready. You may be blocking yourself. You may be very guarded and protective. It looks like you are going to potentially have a reuniting or a potential reuniting. For some of you, there's going to be somebody that's ghosted you or something that are going to come back, tell you they love you or whatever with a big apology or something. I don't know. You're going to have options here, though, in regards to love. And you have one of these options is wish fulfillment. So are you ready to let down your guard? Maybe it might take you a couple weeks. It might be even, so you're in the process of trying to open up your heart space. You don't know that though. Because you were dealing with something very intense here in the recent past. It may still be fresh. Some of you may be going through the breakup now, but I believe coming into March, this is very fresh for a lot of you. So you may not be ready for love just yet. But when the universe, it's like when you make that big decision and that shift and your energy starts clearing and you start feeling better and that confusion goes away. You know what I mean? Oh, you apparently dealt with a very confusing situation for a long period of time. A lot of breadcrumbing, a lot of back and forth, maybe friends with benefits, maybe, I don't know what it was. Low-level dating for a long period of time, whatever. And there's a decision where the universe has got some love coming your way. You may avoid it. You can do whatever you want to. Some of you, it's just a matter of, are you willing to be vulnerable? Are you ready to be vulnerable? Are you still going through a heartbreak? Are you still overcoming heartache? You may have already overcome the heartache and overcome the whatever, but you're still guarded and protected. So it's a matter of you making the choice, because a lot of times we feel rejected after a breakup. We feel hurt after a breakup. Are you going to feel like going out dancing and dining? You know, are you really going to feel like combining your heart space with another person and opening your heart to someone new? That's going to be the question, because you got a big Ace of Cups here, which is wish fulfillment, and a Page of Cups. So you have somebody either coming back to reunite, or you have someone new coming in. You may have both. You have the universe is bringing you this love. So I don't know if this is a huge apology or somebody that is a potential for a love connection. It's going to be up to you. It is wish fulfillment, but you're here. You're making a decision. It's going to take you a while. It may take you months before you make a decision. And that's okay. It may take you a month. It may take you weeks. It may take you months. Each one of you, it's going to be different. Okay, so let me get you some advice. In the extended, we'll go into this a little bit deeper. Okay, we'll go into it a little bit deeper. Oh, man, I love this. I think this is the second time I've gotten this. Maybe the third time I've gotten this round of readings. I salt undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. I believe you were dealing with a twin flamer soulmate, a very powerful connection. And a lot of times there's so many connections like that are so intense, and they go around and around and around and around and around and around until you figure out what the lesson is. And that lesson a lot of times is discernment. When we have had enough, and enough is enough. Can't take it anymore. I refuse. I can't take it anymore. I'm exhausted. This person doesn't love me. They're not willing to love me. Well, when you deal with something like that for years, months to years, what are you doing? You're actually manifesting the love you're trying to give this person. So now the universe is trying to give you the love. Whether it's a new person coming in or someone coming back. Whatever. So that's on you, but I believe you dealt with a very intense soul bond. Very. And I believe you had a lot of lessons. I believe it was a lot of karma that you had to clear with that, and it is clear. You've learned a lesson of discernment. How about self-love? Did you learn that too? Because that's usually what happens, and we have to make the decision. It's so confusing. It's so stressful. We have to say enough is enough, and we have to cut ties with it and say, I love you, but I got to go. And there's something new over here on the horizon. It's actually in March. Some of you may choose to just focus on self and self-love and self-care for right now, which is very smart after a fresh breakup. You don't want to just jump right into something new. Others of you, you're going to be meeting this person in March, like, ta-da, maybe around the full moon or the new moon or after. And then what happens is, you have to decide in getting to know this person, talking to this person, if you're wanting to open up to love, if you're ready for that. And it may take months for some of you, but it doesn't mean that you can't be talking to somebody or dating somebody during that time, because it is possible that you're coming out of a very stressful period of time where you've been doing some healing, and you are given the opportunity for unconditional love, undying love. You have somebody that's the universe is bringing into your life that is extremely loving. Will you accept it? Are you ready to accept it? Because some of you, it's wish fulfillment. You've been waiting for a person like this. This could also be that you were dealing with a karmic and you have a soul bond twin flame coming in. A very powerful connection either way. I believe you dealt with both. Once you start dealing with soulmates on those levels, you're going to always deal with soulmates on those levels. You know what I mean? Not that you're always going to have lessons. No, it just means you're higher octave. You're raising your vibration. You're growing, So in the extended, I'm going to go into this a little bit deeper, see if I can give us some clarity and any advice from your spiritual team. Until next time, superfans, I will see you there. Everybody else, click the link under the, click the title under the video, and you can either become a superfan or get the extended. Everybody else, I love you. And if you would like to schedule with me, nourishheallive.com for all my products and rituals and services. I'll see you soon. Namaste.